chosen ones, believers, followers of Yahushua HaMashiach, Yahuwah, get ready to be rejected. Oh yeah, you're going to be rejected. This walk is not easy. It's not for the faint in heart. It definitely is not for the weak. You know, a lot of people I see online that, oh, I'm chosen, I'm chosen. You know, mm-mm, you ain't chosen, not for real. Now, don't get it confused with Yahuwah's chosen people. You know, the 12 tribes. They are his chosen people, Israel or Yasharel, chosen people. But within that group, and maybe even some Gentiles, Yahuwah has some elect, a remnant, some say 144, of chosen people, specialized, about appointed to do certain tasks and jobs and whatnot in the name of Yahuwah. I'm talking about those people. And, and some prophets as well. Be ready to be rejected. And rejection comes in many forms, fashion. It has many faces. Let's take your family, for instance, right? Or friends. They cool with you when you down at the bottom. They cool with you. That, yeah, what's up? That's my boy. That's my girl. What's good? But oftentimes, they don't like for you to elevate and come up to where they are. Definitely, they don't like for you to surpass them. Oh, they don't like that. Now, jealousy coming in, envy coming in, stuff like that. What's that word yeah, or envy, I said envy. And they don't like it. And all of a sudden now you're not getting calls as much. You're not getting invited to functions anymore. And you wonder like what you did, what happened, rejection. And like I said, it come in many forms, shapes, and fashions. Along with the rejection, I know I talked about this in the past, jealousy. I have a relative of mine, a cousin, and he's always been very jealous of me, even before the houses and the cars and all that, before the material things. And this was in like my late teens, early 20s, throughout my whole 20s. I just noticed how jealous he was of me. And during that time, I was under the impression that when people are jealous of you, it's because of material things. I wasn't mature enough or spiritual enough to know that at that time that people can be jealous of the favor of Yahuwah on your life. They can be jealous of how people like you, how you being charismatic, the different various gifts you may have that were given to you from Yahuwah. They could be jealous of those things, not necessarily material things. And in this case, that's what it was. Because I didn't have all these material things at 18 and 21, and man, other family members, I noticed, as I matured, and many of you know my background is military, and I made it a career, 24 years. And as I matured and went up in the ranks, then your material things started to come, the fruits of my labor, if you will. And I noticed like cousins and uncles and aunts, our relationship changed, Their jealousy was starting to show, as my grandmother would say, your slip is hanging. That's old school, old folks saying. But their jealousy started to show, and it started to come out in things they would say. And aunt told me, you blessed enough. She would say, God, Yahuwah, he don't need to bless you no more. You got enough blessings. You good. I had an uncle, he was here for a function, and he's on the phone, talking to someone on the phone. And he was saying, yeah, I'm here at David House. He bragging about this house again. He want to give us another tour. And I'm like, what you saying? I'm not even, if you know me, I'm not even like that. I know where I came from. I'm humble. And it was, I wanted to put him out my house, but this was my mama's function that was being hosted I was hosting it. And he was her guest. And he's my uncle. But it pissed me off. I'm like, and he said, oh, I'm just joking. But I'm like, the person on the receiving end, they don't know you joking. Why you saying this? I'm not even like that, But that was jealousy coming out, rejection. That was the first time coming to my house. I've been here, it'll be 8 years in March. And that time, about a year and a half ago, was the first time coming. People have been invited. I've had functions and stuff. But like I said, as Yahuwah, you mature and You elevate, Yahuwah elevates you and different things, whatever. I'm gonna tell you too, what it does. It's almost like it's a mirror. It's an invisible mirror, and people don't want to be around you. They reject you because it's like you shine a light, or you show a mirror to them, or what they're not doing, or what they could have, should have had, or whatever, and it makes them feel some kind of way, and they don't like to feel like that. So to not feel like that, they don't want to be around you. They reject you. You know, they do not want to be around you. Let me see here. Yahushua was rejected by a lot of people. Matthew chapter 13, verses 53 to 58. He went back to Nazareth, his hometown, right? And he went there, he's preaching the word. He's like he always do, he performing miracles, and people are like, how does he know all these things? And this. But then they were like, wait a minute, ain't that Mary's boy? Yeah, I know his brothers, Simon and Joseph and all them, ain't them his folks. Man, they ain't nothing but carpenters, man. They ain't nobody. You know what I'm saying? I heard he a bastard, they ain't none of Joseph child. You know that, right? Oh, yeah, don't mind what he doing, just, I ain't studying him. They didn't want to receive him because they was bringing up his past and because who he was related to and his upbringings. Therefore, and that's so interesting to me. When Yahuwah elevates you, he delivers you, and people had a tendency of still looking in your past, right? And it's almost like, you know what? I don't live there anymore. Why you still there? I'm here. Why you still going back there in my past? And they see the change. They see the deliverance. They see it, but they don't want to accept it because it make them feel some kind of way. It's crazy because I noticed with me, right? I'm very transparent. I prior to my awakening, I was living an active member in the LGBTQ community, and I walked away from it all. Luke 9, chapter 23, I denied myself, laid, not turned away from it. I'm going to follow you. I'm going to do this thing right. And just in that, the rejection I received from that was crazy to me, because I remember 10 years ago when I left the church, I left organized religion. And but I didn't really start telling people until this year when I had my awakening, right? And I know it was burning people's ears, like why? Because I was very active in the church, right? Very active. And other people was wondering why I left, but no one was bold enough to come and really ask me whatever. So 10 years fast forward to the present day or year, and I started telling people, right? And it's crazy. I'm telling people, Yahuwah pulled me out of the church, I had to follow the truth. And I'm telling them all of this, and all people heard. Their response, you know what their response was? Yeah, I know you left the church to go be gay and live your life. And I'm looking like, I didn't even say that. And I was living my life and being gay while I was in the church. So why is that? Why you hearing that? I had nothing. And they didn't say it verbally. They would respond on comments on Facebook, what have you, that. I know you want to be gay and it's okay. You who are still, I'm about to say God, but that's what they say. You who are still love. I said, I didn't say nothing about me being gay. I just said I left the church. Yahuwah pulled me up out of the church to follow him and his will and do. But they and then someone was commenting, well, why would God pull you out the church? That don't even make no sense. I can't see him pulling you out the church. But people, it's like they would have rather seen me either be an openly gay person out here marrying a guy, just being gay, whatever, that, or a DL person go have a beard, get married to a woman, but I'm knowing they'd rather seen that and accept that than accept what's now, that I walked away from that. I'm denouncing that and walking this right. It's like, I guess because you don't see it often. You don't see a lot of people, you see people try to razzle the face, be both, and which you can't be, but you see that. But what I'm doing is red. So it's like, what he got going on? And they reject because of that. Let's see, Isaiah chapter 53, verses 3. He was despised and rejected by men. Yahuwah was rejected. And guess what? By religious people, a lot of them, Sadducees and Sadducees, the Pharisees, and that's, I made up a word, the Sadducees and the Pharisees, they rejected him. He performing miracles, he healing people, he's ministering and this, that, and they looking, yeah, I seen you put his ear back on, that's a work, and it's the Sabbath, you ain't supposed to do that on Sabbath. Yeah, you ain't supposed to do that. So we just gonna disregard this whole miracle he just did because you deem it as a work and it's done on the Sabbath. Therefore, it cancels it out because it's done on the Sabbath. Why you eating with them? Them tax collectors, them sinners. What you doing, kid? You socializing with them? What that? He like, I came here to heal and save the lost, not the people that claim to be, righteous and walking with Yahuwah. I'm here to save people. Yahuwah love everybody. They need saving too. They ain't like the fact that he was, chilling with the tax collectors and stuff like that. And they wind up being saved. It be the so-called sinners. We all sin and fall short, right? But when I say sinners, the people that they deem like that's less than and the undesirables of the world. Even back then and now, it be dumb people that be true, that be worshiping the Most High in spirit and in truth. They're serious about their walk with the Most High. That's out here doing the Father's business. Their life mirrors the scriptures. You can tell them about their fruit. Galatians 5, chapter 22 to 23. It be those people and the so-called modern day Pharisees and Sadducees of the day. These so-called religious folks and all this. Even there's some Hebrew Israelites. There's parts of camps that's that way too. They quick to point out all this stuff. Never mind, bro, your teaching was awesome. Your service was awesome. Sis, that was a great prophecy you gave. They none of that. They point out all this other stuff. Because they jealous of you. They rejecting you. This is how it's coming out. No, never mind the word. What did you? That was your takeaway from it. You ain't take nothing else away. People, man, and then let's go. Matthew chapter 13, Matthew chapter 12, verses 48 to 50. And Yahushua said he'll give you a new family. Your own family will reject you. When you come in with this truth, they're gonna reject you. But he'll give you a mother, father, sister, brother. These are the ones that honor and keep my command. The one that walk in the will of the Father. Those are your relatives. Your family will reject you. Yeah. Your own family will reject you. So yeah, with this walk here, you will be rejected.